Bilingual education is the teaching of all the core subjects in two languages. 20% of all children live in a home where nobody over the age of 13 speaks English well. The number of English language learners is growing, and we need to integrate bilingual education programs into schools.
At first glance, it's your typical elementary school. But if you listen closely, the words being sung are in Spanish.
Our mission is to grow successful global citizens. And so I think that everything we do, we try to tie back to that mission.
Ana, su hermana.
Inside these classrooms, you'll hear as much Spanish as English. Peggy Moss is the school's principal.
Immersion is basically learning content and all the objectives and skills that you normally would in school, but through a second language. Our kids come in at pre-K and they learn the same curriculum as the rest of Tulsa Public Schools. They just learn it through Spanish, and in that process they're actually learning the Spanish language. At this age, the child's brain is like a sponge for language. They're still learning their own language.
Do you think bilingual education should be integrated into classrooms?
Yes, because it will help children who don't know English learn English, and it will help children who know English learn the other language.
I do think that bilingual education should be integrated into the classrooms. It gives both foreign students and American students an opportunity to learn each other's languages, and it gives everybody a chance to fully understand the subject.
I think it is important to integrate bilingual education into classrooms because it's able to bridge the gap between the different ethnicities of children. Children are also able to experience different languages by learning from other students.
So I don't really agree with bilingual teaching in education, and the reason I feel like that is because I feel like students should mostly be learning English because predominantly that's what's spoken here, and so I think they'll do well if they are taught to speak English. I do think that some students need that extra help from their with their home language or whatever in schooling, but I don't think that bilingual education is necessarily the answer. We have things like ESL, which is great. So.
I am against bilingual education. I feel a teacher teaching in two different languages would be a distraction for the students.
I think bilingual education should be included because as time goes on, more English language learners will be coming into schools, and it will help the teachers teach them better.
I do not think bilingual education should be integrated into classes because there are already programs put into place and English is a dominant language throughout the world.
I think bilingual education should be integrated in schools, but later through high school, not in elementary school or younger, because when they're younger, they need to learn the fundamentals that they're going to need in their future.
Yes, because I take Spanish classes and it helps me understand those who speak in that language, and I've also learned about many different cultures and it helps me understand where they're coming from.
On November 18, 2013, I conducted a survey, and 75% of the people in my class who took my survey wished that they would have went to a school where bilingual education was used. Bilingual students attain more skills than monolingual students. One of those skills is that they have better cognitive and linguistic abilities. They also have a sharp metalinguistic awareness. There are many great assets to integrating bilingual education. The majority of people believe that bilingual education will help students rather than negatively affect them. Bilingual education will not only affect your future, but your children's future as well.